Roof. Can you hear the rain on the roof? Let me see. Let me twist you. You're not where I want you. That might be all right. Let's see if Justine is the first one again. I don't know how she does it. But Justine up in Boston, I don't know if it's like the very first person on almost all of my lives. I don't know how she does it. Let's see. Oh, it's Vintage Uprising Texas who is first today. Don't twist me. Hello from Massachusetts. There's Justine. Justine, you're third today. Oh, you slipped. You're you're almost always first, and I don't know how you do it. It is you. Tammy. Vintage Uprising Texas. But it could be David chatting as Vintage Uprising Texas. It's one or the other. I have got some things. Hi, Melody. Melody Morris. Whew. I'll tell you what, I've been running around. Hey. Sing to you. Well, is it David or is it Tammy? I don't know any songs with David in it. Yes, I do. David, row the boat ashore. No, that's Michael, row the boat ashore. I'm sure David did something in a song. What? Lisa Lamp, hi, Scott. Not sure. That disappeared so fast. Lisa, I think I caught part of that. But it went away too fast. It was about a package. I'll have to write to you because I don't know where you shipped it. Don't say here. Like, don't put it in the chat here. But I'll try to remember to write to you when I get home because I need to know if where you shipped. Hi, David, you're so fine. You're so fine. That's Vinny. That's Mickey. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Yeah, I know, but I don't know where you sent it to because I don't have a P.O. box. So don't put it here in the chat. But I need you to write to me and tell me where you sent it so I can go get it. Because you either sent it, you know what I mean? Okay. All right, Lisa. And the picture, I'm so glad the picture made it. That was a delight. You didn't have to send me anything. That was a gift. But that's kind of you. So just, if you'll write to me and let me know where you sent it, then I'll go. That was nice of you, but you didn't have to do that. I do not have, this is not front seat frivolities today. You're probably glad because at least the last two have been poo-poo padoo. Anyway, I did stop and they didn't have any of the papers. So this is just a thrift haul. So if you watch this on the rerun, you can watch it on a rerun and it's a thrift haul. Because I am out thrifting, sourcing. I like to say because I don't always source at thrift shops. It is a chilly, rainy, gloomy gloom weekend here in, well, I guess it's not the weekend. Well, it is. It's Friday. Here on the East Coast. And we're going to have cold rain all weekend. Oh my gosh. Karen Williams, I didn't get my wake-up call today. Karen Williams gives you wake-up calls, Tammy. So it's a show and tell. Hey, did you see the video I put out last night? I've got part 2 of that, or actually another day of it. Hi, Pete. Which I won't put up until tomorrow. So tomorrow I have another haul video. Oh my goodness. Last night's shopping video, you saw I found some okay things. But the video that I'm going to put out tomorrow, Saturday, wait, just you wait. Henry Higgins. I can hardly contain myself. The wonderful things that I found, both in Jersey and in Philly. And I think, hey, Texas, this Monday night, the Two Chaps, it's on your channel, right? 74 in Georgia. I get my peaches down in Georgia. I don't know what it is here. It feels raw. It feels like it's about 40. But I think this coming Monday night is Two Chaps live sale, and I think that it is on David and Tammy's channel. We go back and forth, as you know, so I'll do a preview. I'm definitely going to do a preview for it, and I always pop on early Monday nights. Wait, oh, can't wait for the new haul. Yeah, that's going to be tomorrow. Eat lemon cookies? What? Okay, so it is. So this Monday night at 8 o'clock, join me and David on Vintage Uprising Texas channel for the Two Chaps live sale. Are you coming to New Jersey next month? They've started the organ concerts back up in Atlantic City, and I think I'm going down. One of my favorite organists is playing the week after Holy Week, the week after Easter. So I think I'm going to go hear the concert. It only takes me an hour to get there. I mean, I can just go hear the concert and come back. It's not really a concert. It's a daily recital at the Midmerlosh organ in Atlantic City. And I can't hear the Wanamaker organ, at least until they figure out what they're going to do inside of that building. But it's always nice to go down and listen to what they've done and how they're continuing to do the restoration on the Midmerlosh at Convention Hall in Atlantic City. Hey, Margaret Howe. Hello, all. So anyway, those daily recitals have started again. And but this is a show and tell. So let me start showing it and telling it. I think what we... Okay, I will show it and tell it. Yeah, I can only catch some of the comments at a time, and I'm broadcasting on my cell phone, so there can be like 3 comments, and then they go away. They go bloop. So I don't ignore anybody on purpose. Now, what you got? What you got? Here's what I got. Why don't we start? Let's get this out of the way. All right. Let's get it out of the way. The thorn in the glass collector's side. The bane of my existence in this glass collecting world. Which company? Wait a minute, let me crack my windows or I'm going to get foggy. Which company? I'm going to give you 2 initials and 1 word. And some of you already know who I'm going to talk about. Come on now, who is it? L.G. Wright. Can you guys still hear me? Bluetooth device connected. I know, but I don't want... Oh, I bet you can't hear me. I don't want my Bluetooth device connected. Why does it do that? Oh, you can hear me. Okay. Let's talk about it. Oy. Oy. Now, here's one thing that we can do. Before we start Googling, before we start turning things upside down, and this is the way you train your eye. When you get in those thrift shops, yeah, try to hold back. I always see, you know, the temptation is always when you see something, quick, Google image it, or quick, turn it upside down. Take a minute and just look at the piece, right? And go through some of the obvious things. Is it plastic? Is it glass? Is it pottery? Yeah. If it's dirty or covered in kitchen grease, it's kind of hard to tell the clarity of a piece. But look at it. Now start to ask yourself, what design elements do I see? Do I see one of the Victorian Revival styles, of which there were many? Do I see an Art Nouveau influence? Is it sinewy, curvy? Does it look like nature? Yeah. Does it look geometric? Are we getting into the Deco era? You know, how old do I think it is based on the design elements of it? Then, take me in your arms before you take your love away. Fondle it. I don't care if people look at you funny in the store. Pick it up and do this. And look away. Look away, little girl. Go away. Oh, you didn't like my song? Why am I fondling it? I know I'm getting, and you might say, ew, if it's got kitchen grease on it, but you have to have your handy wipes out in the car. All right, I have just fondled this piece of glass. And it's not cut glass, because if it were cut glass, it would cut me. It's not chipped or cracked, I don't feel that, but it feels smooth. So if it feels smooth, yeah, there's a good chance that it is what? Fire polished. That's a little bit better glass than the cheapo stuff that didn't have any finishing work done. So I'm going over it, and I don't feel rough mold lines that you'll get on the cheap depression glass. It's really feeling smooth. Okay, that could be and probably is an indication that it's a better piece of glass because it had some finishing work done to it. Yeah. Now study it some more. Well, I see buttons and bows. East is west. Beat your chest. The wrong one I have chose. I'm forgetting my lyrics. All right, I'm seeing some buttons and bows on it, see? And as I look at this candlestick holder, double light candlestick holder, I'm getting the feel of the 30s and 40s era, yeah? Right, now, we haven't Google imaged it, we haven't turned it upside down, and most glass usually is not marked anyway, but a lot, you know, the dishes and pottery are. So, in looking at it, we kind of see a buttons and bows pattern. Feels fire polished, and it has the look of something from the 30s or 40s. Daisy and button. What did I say? Button and bow? I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me. Daisy and button. Yep, there's the daisy right there. See? Thank you, Karen. Daisy and button. Look at the price. Look at the condition. It's worth getting. So I have two of them. Where's the other one? Oh, here's the other one. But it's the same thing. All right, so I did buy the two of them. Now go to the internet. Once you've kind of had a look at it yourself and train your eye to look at some of those things. When you go to the internet on this and start looking around to try to figure out, yeah, there are two. I got both of them, Karen. I've already determined that it's a nice piece of glass, probably from the 30s or 40s, and it feels fire polished. It's going to be almost impossible. It's going to be almost impossible. Go ahead and do your internet search, and you'll come up with Fenton. You say Fenton? I know, hold on. You'll also come up with LG Wright. As soon as you come up with LG Wright, that's it. Clear the table, wash the dishes, eat your rice pudding, and go to bed. It's once you get into this LG Wright stuff, and I talked about this maybe a month ago. LG Wright didn't make anything. Here's the really confusing thing. They would have other companies make the glass for them, yeah? And then they would market it themselves. Some of their glass they got from Fenton, either Viking or New Martinsville, which is basically the same company, New Martinsville Viking. Same company changed their name. Westmoreland. Then LG Wright would also have other companies make molds for them. And yes, LG Wright would distribute it under their own name, but they didn't make anything. So LG Wright could have had Fenton make these. So when you go on the net and look this up, you will see somebody calls it Fenton. Somebody calls it LG Wright. Good luck. Now, I'm not at home. I've got Fenton books at home. I've got candlestick books at home. I do not have an LG Wright book at home. LG Wright, also, after companies went out of business, they acquired molds. Sometimes they would acquire old molds that actually had the maker's mark of another company. For example, let's just say Higby, and I'm not saying that it happened, but just as an example with Higby glass, there's a bee, a bumblebee. LG Wright would get old molds, like a Higby mold, as just an example, reproduce the glass with the Higby mark. So you might be thinking, oh, that's a piece of Higby from 1890, but it could be a piece of LG Wright glass from 1960. Now, LG Wright started in 1936 or 7. And I cannot tell you whether the Fenton Glass Company produced this for LG Wright. They might have. And also when you go on certain websites, like I believe when you go on, and I did this, Karen and I were chatting about this morning as well. I saw on the Replacements website, and there are very few places where I will trust the research. Replacements is one. You'll see this listed as LG Wright. You'll also see it turn up under Fenton. What are you going to do? All I can do is say I've got two lovely Daisy and Button, two light candlesticks that probably were marketed by the LG Wright company, but clearly made by somebody else. And I wouldn't rule out that Fenton might have made it because of the quality of it. And they did have glass blown in molds. This is fire polished because the mold line, which is barely visible here, is very smooth. You can see the mold line, just a teensy weeny. Right here, there's the mold line. But it's been smoothed out. It's like when the surface of ice cream just melts a little bit and all the jaggedness kind of smooths away. That's what fire polishing does to glass. Anyway, if you've got any knowledge to contribute, you are more than happy. I'm more than happy for you to contribute it. I am not an expert at all on, and I don't want to be an expert at all on how many molds LG Wright bought from whom. Oh, and get this. All of the molds that LG Wright had went up for sale sometime in the 90s, I think. You guys can correct me, who know, and I know a lot of you know more about this than I do. And a lot of those molds went to individual companies who are reproducing glass, even now. So talk about confusing. Anyway, here's what I can tell you. Chip-free, crack-free, beautiful glass, no matter where it came from. I love the daisy and button. I can't sing buttons and bows, Karen, when I say daisy and button. It doesn't come out the same way. And definitely a pattern, even if LG Wright was still making this in the 80s, and I don't know that they were, but even if they were, that's a mold. That's an old mold from at least when LG Wright went into production in, I think, 1937. LG Wright. Doesn't it drive you crazy? LG Wright, LG wrong. I'm still happy for the pretty glass. And I haven't washed this, so if it looks cloudy here and a little dirty, this is all fresh finds from today. So but don't you like them? They're going to be for sale. I don't know yet if in the eBay store or in the... Hey, Scott, question. Do you have a brother? I do have a brother. Now, look at these. These are going to be cute for Easter. This one might be American bisque. Let's put these together. These are both old. These are definitely 1940s to 1950s. Hold on for a second. 1940s, 50s. You want to see? So that looks like an American bisque bottom. Yeah. So there's the cute little lamb. That's a planter. Yeah, okay. 1930, what did I say? 1936, 37 until the 90s. And then when LG Wright went out of business in the 90s, all those molds went somewhere. And some of those molds are being used to continue to make glass. That one is unmarked on the bottom, but really has the look of, these both have the look of sort of the 50s. So there's the old. It's hard to find bunnies. And that's a nice old one from the 50s. Are my fingernails clean? No, because I've been digging. I'll clean them when I get home. And these are chip-free and crack-free. I'm going to sell these right away. Oh, if I sell them Monday night, can I get them to you by Easter? I don't know. Get down on the floor. Get down on the floor. All right. And I know how you love identifying things. I've got something you can help me identify in a minute. Silvercrest, 1950s, 60s, big deal. Fenton. Okay, we've all seen Silvercrest. That's nothing to scream about. This is nothing to scream about. Where's the bowl? Here it is. Iris. Come here, come here, come here. There's the Jeanette. We all know this pattern. There's the big bowl and there's the pitcher. And then in the clear, this is the earlier 30s era, not the marigold stuff from later on. And it's not this, it's that I do find the marigold bowls with the ruffled edge. That's the thing that is in every thrift store every day. That's the dish I make fun of. These in the crystal is the 30s. And then, of course, the Flora Gold, which is a different thing. So this Iris and Herringbone Jeanette from the 30s, bowl and pitcher. Does anybody collect this? If you're collectors of it, I'll bring it. And you come to the live sales. I'll either bring it to a live sale, probably a live sale rather than putting it online. I don't know yet. Just a few companies, LG Wright used, but no, sorry, it went away. It fades. It's not like on the computer, you can keep scrolling. The comments here, they go away. For me watching myself, they're gone. Sorry, I caught just a little flavor, just a taste of that. Okay, for your desk, here we have the trough to put your pens in. Yeah, see, the little divots here and here. Bloop, bloop. Put your pens long way, or paintbrushes if you want. And then you've got the space here for nibs or whatever else you want. So that's an old pressed glass pen holder. A tiny one, Karen. Have you ever seen one that tiny? And the funny thing is, about last week, I found the big regular size rose bowl. You know, a rose bowl is pretty much, but I've never had a miniature one. This one is just starting to get a tinge of purple, just a, you know, of it. But I've never found a little mini one. And this one is, you know, for one or two little roses, just for a singular, just a tiny one. But that's antique. And, oh, help me out. What I'm thinking is not what I'm supposed to say. I'm thinking of Bruckner, the composer. That's not who I mean to say. Sometimes I get my glassmakers and my composers confused. I don't mean to say Bruckner. Anyway. You know who I'm trying to say. That might be the maker of that one. But it's a glass company. Not the composer of symphonies, and now I can't remember the name. But anyway, that's that cute, tiny little mini rose bowl. which I have to clean it, but at least it's not sick glass. Yeah, good old Anton. Are you a Bruckner fan? I am. Bruckner and Mahler, to me, you know, are both way up there, but I have to lean towards Mahler. Help, what? Help deodorize? Are you a Bruckner or a Mahler? Angel, hi Angel. Now, I'm going to show you a baby doll. I've got restaurant ware, and I've got a help me figure out what it is, because I have no idea. I have a guess, but I'm probably wrong. Ooh, I'm getting wet. Wait a minute. Okay. I bought another Why did that music start? Stop. What? I was happy to find. I'll tell you what. It must be Friday. Wait, the sun is washing it out. No, it's a piece of haul, but I'm trying to get it to where so the sun doesn't. I have to put it back here. There it is. Every time I think I get it. And there's no sun today. It's raining, but still, any bit of sunlight. So no, it's a piece of haul. Let you see it. I know it's backwards because I'm on YouTube, and YouTube flipped everything about 2 months ago. We already know that. This is in excellent condition. I was shocked because there's no chips on it at all. I'm used to this pottery at this point, as old as it is, for being, you know, completely just chips and cracks, especially pottery. So that's a pretty one. 1940s. Hall art pottery. Let me see if I can get it home without breaking it. I'm running out of. Okay, you stay right there. You come up here. This is heavy. I haven't even. Let's get into this bag. Whoo! You know what that is? It's restaurant ware. Get it open. Get it open. And hopefully it's in good shape. I don't know. All right, let me get one cup and saucer out of here. Wow, these are lovely. Syracuse, China. I know it's backwards, so I'm reading it to you. Syracuse, China. That doesn't mean that this was made in China. It wasn't. It was made in Syracuse. In the United States. Oh, that one is cracked. Well, if just one, there are 6. Hold on. I've got 6 cups and saucers. It looks like one of the cups has a crack. Okay, so that's all. We've got one cracked cup, but the other 5 are perfect. I couldn't say no to that. Look at that. If you love restaurant ware, and I do, look at these dogwood blooms, I suppose. How does that look? So a set of 6 of these, although one of the cups, drat, has a crack. You see that? Oh well, use it anyway. And you can always go online and find another one to replace that one that's cracked. But this is a good way to begin. So this is called restaurant ware. I'll go back to the store tomorrow. Who knows? They might dig out what makes restaurant ware. Well, there are certain companies that made restaurant ware. Syracuse, Buffalo China, Homer Laughlin made restaurant ware. Anchor Hocking made restaurant ware out of glass. Restaurant ware is going to be heavy, thick, beefy. You know, glass and china that goes to the gym 3 days a week, sort of. So you have to know the companies that made restaurant ware. And it's just heavier, thicker, because it has to stand all of the rough treatment that would happen in a restaurant. And so when you say restaurant ware, you also mean for commercial use. And so yes, some of it was made for hotels, railroads, restaurants, tea rooms, that kind of thing. But this is called restaurant ware. And it's the first time I've ever seen this really pretty floral pattern, and the flowers are inside the cups as well. So these are so nice that these may have been made for a particular chain of restaurant or a particular commercial venue. It's the nicest, some of the nicest restaurant ware I've ever had. 6 cups and saucers. I love them. I use restaurant ware at home as well, because you can really... No, this isn't Buffalo China, this is Syracuse, this brand. You can really knock it around in the sink. You know, without too much fear of tearing it up. Now, let me move this restaurant ware off of my lap. I'm gonna need you to help me with something in a minute that I don't know what it is. Well, I guess we'll do that last, the mystery item. I bought 2 these I'm thrilled with, and I bought 2 of these today. I have to get in there and try to get these cleaned up. This is Czechoslovakian crystal. These are perfume bottles. This is heavy 1930s Czechoslovakian cut crystal. These are made before the war. That one still has the tape on it. I didn't take the tape off of this one. This one, file that down if you want. Some of these always get broken. I don't know why. The dauber, don't do that or you'll slit your throat. This is broken off here, so I would file that, just smooth that off. But the nice thing is that this is not chipped anywhere here. See? And they have wheel cut flowers on them. They have polished bottoms. And this is good 1930s Czechoslovakian glass all day long. And it's wonderful to have a pair of them that match. See? And here's the second one. So these should clean up very beautifully. You don't use cologne? I use it when I have it. But I'm not one of those that has to have, like, I don't have to have a certain brand. I just, whatever. One more thing and then a mystery item. This is not a mystery item, obviously. This is an R&B. Hi, my name is R&B. Baby doll, probably from the 40s, maybe even 50s. And she is a sleeper. So close your eyes, darling. All she's got on are these little panty things, but at least she's got something on, whatever they are. And she has her shoes on. I don't know if you can see that. She that usually this is a noisemaker back here, so mama, mama. She doesn't say it anymore. I just pooped my diaper. She doesn't say anything. Whatever she said in her little box is gone. But her face is in good condition. She's marked back here, R&B. Does that stand for rhythm and blues? No, it stands for something else. And she will close her eyes. Close your eyes, darling. Go to sleep. Oh, I don't like it when her head turns. Oh, no, put your head back the way it's supposed to be. So, excuse me, she's cute. Yeah, her eyes are in good condition. And I'm trying to get her to keep her eyes closed. All right, so she'll come up for a sale soon. And I imagine there's a whole bunch of you that might have had one of these back in the 40s or 50s. Not missing anything except her clothing. Now lie down. Don't mess with that glass. Did you like her? Okay. Got one last thing to show you, and I don't know what it is. But when I put my hands on it, I studied it. Right? I use my mind, think it through. Study it, look at it. Could it be this? Could it be that? I tried to go through this discernment, this process before I just jump. So let me go through my thought process on this so you can kind of see the way I think. Now, I saw that on the shelf in the thrift shop. And I looked at it and I said, what's that? Well, the knob on the top, and I think, I have a guess. The knob on the top is not a stopper. That does not come out. This isn't glued in there or stuck in there. That is all part of the mold. This whole thing is one piece of glass. And in my mind, as I looked at it, I turned it upside down. It has a nice polished bottom, or a ground bottom. Now, the odd thing is look at that hole in the bottom of it. That was there in manufacture. Nobody poked that hole in there, but that little hole right there is open to the inside. So it's, see that other spot on the inside? That's absolutely empty. So I thought that maybe it's some type of fancy paperweight. And I was thinking, there are the decorative paperweights, and I'm not a paperweight collector, but I thought, well, that would make sense. It's very heavy. It's the size of a paperweight. And, if this actually were to sit on a desk and it's not threaded. Nope, it's not. This is not a finial for a lamp. This is huge. That's not a lamp finial, and it's not threaded. It's just completely open. That little hole opens up to that part on the inside. So the funny thing is, you could pour different color sand in there and then plug that hole, and you'd have, not that that's what you were supposed to do, but you could do it if you wanted. And it sits absolutely flat. Does anybody know for sure? And if you know for sure, you've got to give your reference. That's the way we roll here. Okay? I can't learn. You can't learn from me if I'm just guessing, and I can't learn from you if you're just guessing. But if you really think you know and you have a reference, no, it's not. Here's the reason why I'm saying it's not a lid. This is polished. This is ground and polished on the bottom. And there's a lot of wear. Yeah, as if this would sit, and it's heavy, very heavy. I can't imagine this being, I don't get the feeling that it's a lid. Paperweight was the only thing I could come up with. So you can put all your guesses in, but if anybody says they know what it is, you've got to have a reference. Now I'm getting steamed up. I paid $3 for it. I figured I can be out $3 just because it's a mystery item. So what are your thoughts? It's not a finial for a lamp. There's no way that it would actually... No. I don't get lid. It's pretty, it's pretty. What are you thinking? That's true, Karen. There were a lot of EAPG desk accessories. And again, with Justine thinks paperweight. I think paperweight as well. More of a utilitarian paperweight where, you know, think too that we don't really use paperweights today like paperweights were used 100 years ago when windows were always open and electric fans come in and are blowing. You know, there were a lot more opportunities for paper to be blown around 100 years ago than necessarily today. Our houses are all shut up but wait, paperweight? The funny part is, and this is recessed down inside. You see that? And I love that little hole right there, which absolutely appears to be part of the manufacturing process. Some little chips around the bottom of it. Any other guesses? I think it's really old too. 1870s New Empire. What does that mean, Kelly Frost? You've got to tell us more than that. Where did you come up with 1870s? And then I forget what else you said. That wasn't enough information. I don't know what you mean by that. What you mean? Not a thing? Do you think it's crystal? Meaning, do I think there's lead in it? It's heavy enough for there to be lead in it. And it's got the clarity. It could be. What did that somebody just said something 1870 something, and then they didn't say anything else and they went away. What, who? I don't know. Well, what do you mean, Kelly? Kelly Frost? You said 1870 and then something. Can you tell me more? Tell us more. Like, does he have a car? Wop, 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 wop. New Empire period. I'm not, you mean Second Empire? But where are you? I still don't know what. I see paperweight. I'm seeing paperweight on database with same finial. So it looks like it's paperweight. Is that on the EAPG? When you say New Empire, I mean, I'm familiar with Second Empire. I think that's what you mean. But yeah, I don't know. I would be delighted if it's a. Oh, that's okay. You can type slowly. I would be delighted if it's a unusual paperweight. I can't imagine that it's worth any money. I mean, it's got little chips around the bottom of it, but this might just be a very unusual wild guess. Ink. Yeah, I kind of don't think ink. The reason why is that hole is too small to stick a pen in. That hole is about the size of a pea, a green pea. So I don't think it would be practical to put ink in it, plug it, then turn it that way. And then every time to get ink out of it, you'd have to turn it upside down, unplug it, and you really can't stick. Good guess, but yeah, I don't think it would do that. I think paperweight, part of a desk set. I'm kind of with you on that. Just I don't know for sure, but when I'm looking at it and trying to think it through practically, it just seems like the only thing it would be used for would be a paperweight. I don't know. But the paperweight people would know. I think she meant like a rubber stamp inker. I'm not feeling that. Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I don't think that would be. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I think it's a paperweight. Where are the paperweight people? Okay, put it down. I guess I've talked about it enough. I'm glad I did buy it for $3. I hope I find out that it's a rare $100 paperweight. It's so funny to me that the inside would be hollow. Yeah, driving us nuts. There's nothing. Cookie press. That hollowed center is so funny. Like there'd be no reason for the center of it to be hollow, you know, and for it to have that little hole in the bottom. Unless there is a reason. Ugh. I don't know. But the mystery lingers on. Unidentified, could be an antique piece from a desk set. That sounds very reasonable. Yeah. No, I don't get that it's the top of any fixture. And when you say fixture, I'm assuming you mean like lamp light fixture or something. I can't see it as being it's too heavy to be like a lamp finial. And the way that hole is, it's not threaded and it's rough. The hole, it's not really designed so that it would sit on something. And then if it, yeah. Yeah, no threads. Well, I don't know if I should do any more thrifting today or not. I've got eBay listings to do, and it is Friday. At what time? Almost 3 o'clock. Not sure what time it is, but it's fun to do, finding other glass paperweights with holes in bottoms on eBay. Do any of them look like that with a knob on the top? Different shapes. Yeah, not just the typical round with millefiori and stuff in it. I bet that is a circa 1900 paperweight. I think that's a paperweight from 1890 to 1915. Maybe not. What do you think, baby doll? You went to sleep on me. Did you wake up? Hello? Hello? I think we will bring the baby doll to... I might have to save the baby doll for the Unbreakables live sale, because anything that I do with Patrick has to be unbreakable. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, I lean towards the whole being part of the manufacturing, not that... Oh. Not that hole was for any specific use. You know, that it fit on top of anything. But it'll be fun to keep studying it to try to figure out what it is. Well, everyone, I guess that's it for now. Thank you for watching this thrift haul and letting me talk and talking back, and we get to look at everything together. I'll have another thrift shop along for you tomorrow, which is Saturday. I'm going to produce that and have that out tomorrow. And what's I going to tell you? And then Monday night, come to see me on the Two Chaps live sale, which is on David and Tammy's channel this Monday night at 8 o'clock. I'll try to go live a little early to remind everybody. And I'll do a preview because I don't know exactly. Wait, it's gone too fast. Oh, Karen put the link in. Wait a minute, I'm trying to see. Will you send a picture to my email, Halloween, if you found a picture of it? Because it seems like it would be a late Victorian, something from a desk, some kind of paperweight desk set item. If you did find that one, that would be wonderful if you could send me a picture of it. I absolutely will. And so if that's, I just bought it this morning, and I looked around on the internet for like 5 minutes. You know, I just very quickly, I hadn't had any time to sit down and fiddle with it. But that would be super if you found a picture of it as it would be in the desk set. That would be fantastic. Probably with other pieces. So I'll hold you to that. Okay, because I don't think we can do that here. All right, that's it. Well, I will absolutely update you when we get the full explanation of it. Okay, until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you the next time, everyone. So long. Thanks for participating today. And I'll see you live Monday night at 8 o'clock. Good afternoon, everyone. Have a nice, safe weekend. It's going to be chilly and rainy here in New Jersey. I hope it's nice where you are. Bye-bye.